the Chicago Bears walked out of the 2026 NFL Draft with a title nobody saw coming. NFL Next Gen Stats labeled this rookie class the most athletic group in football. 7 picks, 7 athletic freaks. One 6th-round defensive lineman tested better at 310 pounds than every defensive tackle invited to the combine. His grandfather finished 6th at Mr. Universe in 1967. His path runs from Johannesburg to Halos Hall. Bears fans have heard plenty of takes blasting this draft class. They have not heard this one yet. General Manager Ryan Poles opened the draft by stealing Dylan Thieneman at pick 25. The Oregon safety ran a 4.35 40 and pairs with free agent signing Kobe Bryant for the fastest safety tandem in the division. The board kept rewarding patience. Logan Jones, at 57, brought home the 2025 Remington Trophy. Sam Roush, at 69, arrived from Stanford as the best blocking tight end in the class. Then came pick 89, Xavian Thomas, out of LSU, 4.28 at the combine. He shares a bloodline with one of the greatest Bears who ever wore the jersey. The defensive line stayed quiet for 3 days. Critics roared. Head coach Ben Johnson pointed to the same edge group from a unit ranked 29th in pressure rate last season. The rest of the NFC North watched the Bears beat the Packers in the wild card round. They responded with offseason chaos. The Lions lost their offensive coordinator. The Packers traded their first-round pick for Micah Parsons while he recovers from a torn knee. The Vikings fired their general manager. Chicago returned every play caller. The road to back-to-back division titles starts here. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Bears and all the NFL content. Can we hit 1,000 likes for Bears? Every Bears critic called the Dylan Thieneman pick a reach. The Cowboys ended that argument 14 picks earlier. Dallas traded up to 11th overall to grab Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. Caleb Downs was the consensus number 1 safety in a deep class. Dylan Thieneman was the consensus number 2. The Bears landed the second safety in a class loaded at the position with the 25th pick. Ryan Poles waited his turn and the value walked into his lap. The numbers tell a sharper story. As a freshman at Purdue in 2023, Thieneman posted 6 interceptions and 106 tackles, winning Big Ten Freshman of the Year. He transferred to Oregon for his senior season and finished with 96 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, and 5 pass breakups. First team, All-American. First team All-Big Ten. He ran a 4.35 40 at the combine. Lance Zierlein called him an instinctive, rangy safety who plays like an extension of his defensive coordinator. Pair him with new free agent Kobe Bryant, and Dennis Allen finally has the chess pieces he needs. Both safeties play deep, in the box, in the slot, and in robber. Both run sub 4.5. Both hit. Kobe Bryant signed a 3-year, $40 million deal from Seattle, where he was a starter on the reigning Super Bowl roster. Bryant and Thieneman form the most versatile safety tandem in the NFC North. A first-round defensive back means little if the offensive line collapses, so the Bears went hunting in the trenches next. Center Drew Dahlman retired this offseason after a quiet career-ending decision nobody covered. The Bears moved fast. They signed Garrett Bradbury away from the Patriots on a 1-year deal. The 30-year-old veteran starts in 2026. The future arrived in round 2 with the 57th pick, Logan Jones out of Iowa. Logan Jones brought home the 2025 Remington Trophy as the best center in college football. He started 51 games for the Hawkeyes over 6 seasons, 3-time All-Big Ten. First team All-American as a senior, 6'2", 299 pounds. Joe Moore Award winner with his offensive line. The Bears love his tape and his locker room presence. Trey Koziol, the Bears director of player personnel, called him a captain with pro-ready habits and a grown man frame. The fit is perfect. Ben Johnson runs a heavy zone blocking scheme. Jones moves like a guard, but anchors like a true center. He competes with Bradbury for the starting job in 2026. He owns it by 2027. The roster needed a long-term center, and the Bears found the most decorated one in the country. The roster also needed a tight end nobody saw coming. Pick 69 confused every analyst on television. The Bears already had Cole Kmet, a 7-year veteran. They already had Colston Loveland, the 10th overall pick from 2025, who caught 58 balls for 713 yards and 6 touchdowns as a rookie. They drafted Sam Roush from Stanford anyway. The pick made sense to nobody outside Hollis Hall. Then the personal story dropped. Sam Roush spent 4 years of his childhood living in Asia. His family moved overseas. He learned to be the odd man out, the kid who never fit in, the one who had to grind to belong. Football pulled him back. 6'6", 267 pounds, 49 catches for 545 yards as a senior. Second team All-ACC. Lance Zierlein labeled him one of the few plug and play wide tight ends in the entire draft class. The math works. Ben Johnson finished top 5 in 12 personnel and top 5 in 13 personnel last season. Bears tight ends played more snaps than almost any group in the league. Roush, joining Kmet and Loveland, gives Chicago the best blocking trio of tight ends in the NFL. Defenses now face a real puzzle. 2 tight end sets look like passing formations. 3 tight end sets look like power runs. Both look identical pre-snap. The Bears took an athletic gamble in round 1, a culture pick in round 3, but the boldest swing came on day 3. Round 6, pick 213. The Bears traded both their 7th round picks to Buffalo to move up. They wanted Jordan Vandenberg that bad. Born in Johannesburg, South Africa. Played rugby and cricket as a kid. Moved to Atlanta at age 10. He started football as a high school sophomore at receiver. Switched to middle linebacker. Played defensive end at Iowa Western Community College. Then defensive tackle at Penn State. Then defensive tackle at Georgia Tech. 6'3", 310 pounds. His pro day broke the internet. 4.94 40-yard dash. 4.19 short shuttle. Faster than every defensive tackle at the NFL Combine. 35 reps on the bench. 36-inch vertical at 310 pounds. Perfect 10.0 relative athletic score. As a senior at Georgia Tech in 2025, Vandenberg posted 44 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. 2-time All-ACC, first-team academic All-American with a 3.57 GPA and a master's degree in international affairs. The genetics make sense. His grandfather, Francois Vandenberg, finished 6th at the Mr. Universe bodybuilding competition in 1967, the year Arnold Schwarzenegger won the title. His grandmother held national swimming records in South Africa. Jordan Vandenberg becomes only the 3rd South African-born player ever drafted, joining kicker Gary Anderson from 1982 and receiver Jerome Pathan from 1998. He sits behind Grady Jarrett on the depth chart and learns from him. The ceiling is enormous. A draft class only matters if the division opponents stand still and the rest of the NFC North is in chaos. The Bears beat the Packers 31-27 in the wild card round at Soldier Field. First playoff win in 15 years. Caleb Williams ran the offense. Ben Johnson called the plays. Dennis Allen ran the defense. Every one of them returns in 2026. Chicago is the only NFC North team returning its head coach, offensive play caller, defensive play caller, and starting quarterback. The rest of the division melted down. The Bears lost offensive coordinator Declan Doyle to Baltimore, but Ben Johnson still controls the offensive identity. Detroit finished 4th in the division in 2025 and faces a last-place schedule. The Packers traded their first-round pick to Dallas for Micah Parsons, who is still recovering from a torn ACL. They hired Jonathan Gannon away from Arizona to run the defense. The Vikings fired general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah after 4 seasons and lost edge rusher Greenard to the Eagles on a 4-year, $100 million deal. Stability is the rarest currency in the NFL. The Bears have it. Caleb Williams enters year 3 with the same offensive coordinator who unlocked his rookie passing chart. Dennis Allen runs year 2 of the same defensive scheme with new pieces who fit it. The math says continuity wins divisions. The Lions are favored by Vegas. The Bears are predicted by some outlets to finish 3rd. Neither outlet watched the wild card round. Continuity wins divisions, but the most controversial pick of the entire Bears draft hides a secret nobody covered. Pick 89, Xavian Thomas, LSU, 5'10", 190 pounds, 4.2840 at the combine, one of the fastest times posted by any prospect this year. 2 seasons at Mississippi State, 2 seasons at LSU. 64 catches for 716 yards and 6 touchdowns over his LSU career, 31 punt returns, 25 kickoff returns, 3 career return touchdowns. Second team All-SEC as a senior. Then Thomas sat down with reporters minutes after the pick and dropped the news. His grandfather and Walter Payton used to share a bed as kids. Xavian Thomas is a distant relative of the greatest running back in Bears history. Ryan Poles had no idea. Thomas grew up in Louisiana hearing Walter Payton, stories from his own family. The kid the Bears drafted shares blood with the legend the franchise was built on. Nobody at the major outlets had the story until Thomas himself revealed it. The reach label collapses when you study Ben Johnson offense. Last year, the Bears finished top 2 in the entire NFL in explosive play rate. That came from speed. Thomas runs a 4.28. Ben Johnson lines him up in the slot, in the backfield, on jet sweeps, on returns. DJ Moore got traded to Buffalo. Khalif Raymond signed as a slot weapon. Thomas is the 400-yard-a-year gadget, plus a return ace, plus a Walter Payton, bloodline story Chicago will market for years. 2 day 3 picks rounded out the most athletic rookie class in football, and they tell you everything about where this team is headed. Round 4, pick 124. The Bears traded up 5 spots with Carolina to grab Malik Muhammad out of Texas. 6 foot, 182 pounds at the combine, 4.4240, 39-inch vertical, 10'10", broad jump, tied for 5th among all cornerbacks, 29 career starts at Texas, 3 interceptions, 16 pass breakups. Hall of Fame cornerback Charles Tillman served as his combine chaperone. Muhammad competes for snaps, opposite Jalen Johnson as a rookie. Round 5, pick 166, Keyshawn Elliott out of Arizona State, 6'2", 231 pounds. Senior season production, 98 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. Wore the green dot as the defensive signal caller. NFL. Next Gen Stats made the title official. The Bears drafted the most athletic rookie class in the entire league. Speed at safety, speed at receiver, speed on the defensive line, length at corner, smarts at linebacker, the most decorated center in the country, the best blocking tight end in the class. Every pick fits a profile Ryan Poles has been preaching for 2 years: speed and toughness. Toughness and speed. Now the team has both at every level. The Bears finished 2026 at 12 wins and 5 losses, win the NFC North for the 2nd straight year, and advance past the wild card round into the divisional round. The Lions watch from home. The Packers watch from home. Every other NFC North team finishes with a worse record than Chicago. Drop your win prediction in the comments below and tell us which rookie has the biggest year. Then hit subscribe before the next breakdown drops on the off-season program battles, already heating up at Hallis Hall. The pass rush story is far from over.